Hi there.
And welcome
to the Pretty Dumb Podcast. Life every day and night.
I never know any song that you're singing.
What?
Are these just made up songs?
No, this is a real song by our Lord and Savior Lana Del Rey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Her. Watch your mouth.
Welcome back to the Pretty Dumb Podcast.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for joining us.
On this hot Seattle summer.
Sorry for the hiatus.
We have been busy.
Yeah, you've been real busy.
You ready to die?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Don't do it.
No. But yeah,
Don't
I've been really busy. And we've just been so busy. And it's like, is there even a God that's not Lana Del Rey? You know? Like,
don't ask me.
I have no clue.
But we're back. We're ready to crush it. I haven't done any of the goals that I said I would.
I didn't do any of the goals either. I have not had time to do the goals.
Nope. We've been doing other things. We've been living our lives.
Barely.
How's your week been?
My week was really good. I had to go into office all week this week for my day job, and we had to do a company offsite, which is like a fun way of saying like everyone comes into work and socializes. And
you have to come into work after work hours and spend all of your extra time with your coworkers.
Yes. It's 4 days in a row of just like spending time with my coworkers, like in the office, outside of the office. Like a lot of it was fun. Don't get me wrong. Like we had a lot of fun, but also at the same time, I was like, I could be doing other things.
Yeah.
Because it was like 90 degrees every day. And I was like,
yes.
I don't want to do activities that involve being in the sun. Like it was not fun at all.
What if you are a person who has a family or kids?
I mean, it sucks to suck. I mean, like,
did they everyone was required to be there?
I mean, like, you could like bow out of things if you wanted to, but like, it's like almost like there needs to be a good reason sort of thing, you know? And it's like, don't get me wrong, I had lots of fun overall, but it's like, I wish it would have been a different week is really what I think it is. Like
not during our heat wave.
Not during our heat wave and not during a time when like I could have been doing comedy.
Right. Well, that's all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, always. But
listen up, work. We got other things to do.
It would just be nice if I could just stop working. I think working is for poor people, and I'm really tired of being a poor person, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, listen up, listeners.
Stop being poor.
Tell your friends to listen to us, and then they'll tell this is an MLM, okay? We need you to tell 5 people.
MLM stands for male licks male.
Oh. This is an MLM.
And wait, what else did I? Oh, I also I went and hung out with my Gen Z friends.
Oh no.
And it was like they were speaking a different language.
Did you feel bullied and attacked?
No, I didn't even feel bullied or attacked by them.
Because you didn't understand how they were being mean to you behind your back.
Maybe I felt like an anthropologist. I was like,
oh my God, you're so chuggy. And you're like, oh my God, thank you.
I don't even think they use that word for realsies. But I will say I did some old bitch behavior. Like, so my friend was like, okay, bring food. It's a barbecue, like potluck thing. And I was like, okay, bet. So I brought cookies, chips, and a rack of Rainier for the kids. Cute. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to love this. And I showed up and they were like, no one brought food and everyone brought seltzers. And they were like, who brings beer to a hangout? And I was like, oh my God, I'm so old.
Adults.
Yeah. And like, like one of the girls was like, oh my God, your age is showing with that beer that you brought. And I was like, okay. And
listen, honey. Call me after you barf off of 3 seltzers, and then we'll see who knows what, okay?
So then I was like, Nelly Furtado's Promiscuous came on, and I was like, oh my God, I used to love this song. They used to play it in my middle school dances, and that same girl was like, hey, don't say that. Like, wow. You're 27, okay? You're 27.
Sounds like this girl needs one of these.
No, she was really great. She was really great. She was looking out. She was looking out hard. She was doing good things.
Sounds ageist to me.
I mean, like, but the cool thing is like all of those Gen Zers, they like accepted me as one of their own. They told me I vibe like I'm 25, and I was like, that's so cute. Cool.
Just don't listen to me as I stand up and my knees crack.
Shit. How was your week?
My week was good. Let's see. What did I write here? Oh yeah, me and Naseel roasted each other. The Roastamania.
Yeah, you guys
battle.
were gonna do some opposite day stuff.
Yeah, it was super fun. She dressed like a, I don't know, like a little,
like a goth hottie.
Sort of, yeah. And then I dressed like, she called me a bestiality Barbie.
Gross.
It was funny. It was cool.
Okay.
I got tape of our little roast battle, so
you should post those.
I will. I'm gonna work on that. But yeah, that was super fun, and she is just fun to write with. I like how her brain works, and she's just constantly.
She's like a worrying, or like not worrying. She's like a constant machine of funny. Like I love watching her perform. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, so it was super fun writing jokes with her. We did not win the battle, but we came in a very close second, and we still had a lot of fun.
And I think that's what's important, right? It doesn't
Yes.
matter who wins, who loses, who's doing
Except
what.
for the fact that the winners got more money. But it's fine. You know what? We're not in it for the money. We're in it for the fans. And I got 2 new fans.
We're definitely not doing it for the money. That is 100% true. This is not a money business.
And I sold quite a bit of merch at that show, which was exciting.
Which is money.
Yeah. It was my first time selling merch at Tacoma Comedy Club. And I was like, hell yeah. Buy my stickers, bitch.
Made $700.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
So many stickers.
That was like 700 stickers sold. Yeah. You did so good. I'm so proud
I just
of
plastered
you.
a whole bus with stickers.
You're like, new paint job who?
Yes. Oh, and then on Sunday, me and another comedian, John Gard, we met at the Fremont Farmers Market and just had a silly old time. We were waiting for Jack Slattery to come meet us, but then Jack went to the wrong farmers market.
Oh no.
So we were just like standing by the porta potties, just like, yeah, hanging out for our friend. And everyone thought we were in line for the porta potty. So everyone was like, oh, are you in line? And we were like, oh no. Like John had his phone on a mount, like a recording stick, you know, almost like a selfie
like a
stick.
tripod?
Sort of, yes. And so people were like, oh, are you in line? And we were like, oh, no, we're just conducting interviews for the porta potty. It was just a fun time. I was standing there and one girl came up and she was like, hey, where did you get that drink? And I like went to tell her. And then this guy behind me was like, oh, actually. And I was like, she asked me. Thank you. And he was like, oh, no, that's my friend. I was like, I'm just kidding. I'm not really an asshole. But it was just fun to like be silly and just do dumb stuff with another comedian.
I love that. Are you guys doing anything with that footage?
We'll see what he does. Like this was our kind of first time feeling it out. Like we're in like a group chat of people who just like want to go do silly stuff and kind of create content, but not like write sketches sort of thing.
Yes.
So yeah, well, I'm sure we'll do more.
Writing sketches is hard work. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm not an actress. It's hard for me to make someone else's vision come to fruition. I'd rather just be weird in the moment.
I like that. Good for you.
Yeah,
I love
that.
that.
Was fun. Did that yesterday.
I wish I did something cool yesterday.
You did. You went to your little niece's birthday.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about her. She exists. I did, and it made my ovaries explode.
Ew.
I was like, I want a baby so fucking bad. I want a baby so bad. Like, oh my God, there was this little boy. His name is Landry. It was my niece's cousin. And he I shouldn't use his real name. Who cares? Anyways.
Laundry.
His name is Laundry. And he's a shy little boy. He's like 2, turning 3. And he's so shy. And I just wanted to be like, I'll push you on the swing, because he was like too shy to ask to sit on the swings. And like me and his mom were watching him from the window. And we are like, creepy. She was like, oh my God, he's so shy. It makes me so sad. I was like, I'll save him. And I pushed him on the swing, and he was my buddy the rest of the night.
Nice. My friend has a daughter. She's almost 2. And basically she said wait, what did she say? Basically, she's like a puppy. Like, she only likes dogs. She doesn't like people. And I was like, perfect. That's my kind of girl. She's like, I think that's why you and her get along so well. Because I'm not all like, what's up, Liv? Hey, you want to play? I just kind of like let her come to me. And then she does. And we hang out. And it's super chill.
Yeah, I like that. I like kids who are cool and chill. But I also I need kids to like love me back. Or else I'm just like, why are you even here? Like, go somewhere else. Go somewhere where people, like, you know, where you want to hang out with them. You don't have to be here.
Yeah.
You don't have to be here.
It's fun when they start understanding that you're funny. But when they're babies, they don't get it. And I'm like, you know what? Call me when you're 5.
It's like my 2-year-old niece, literally, like she'll be around and like she'll see me and then she'll get scared. But I'm like, bitch, you talk to me on FaceTime like every week. You literally know who I am. And now you're acting up.
It's these COVID babies. What do you expect? They were born with masks on.
It was just hard because it was like, you know, I'm giving up a lot of time, energy, money, and attention right now to be at your birthday. The least you can do is say hello to me.
Give me all the attention.
Oh, and I got her play knives for her birthday.
That's great.
I think so too.
I don't know what that is.
It's like literally a knife that's made out of plastic.
Play knives.
Play knives.
Gotcha.
Yeah. She can cut fruit with them.
Different. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice practical Uncle Richie gift.
Mm-hmm. I thought so too. I was like, I'm going to teach you how to throw these one day.
Are you Uncle Richie?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
My friends' kids call me Auntie Biscuit.
I think actually they just have her call me Richie, which is fine because I call her little shithead. So it all works out perfectly.
So forever, my niece and nephew have called me Aunt Courtney. And this year, for whatever reason, they both started calling me Court. And I was like, wow, okay. Apparently the formalities have been lost. Apparently we're on the same level now. That's cool, I guess.
How old are they?
12 and 15.
Too young to even think about it. Wouldn't ever dare. Did you correct them?
No.
Why not? Why didn't you hit them?
Excuse me, you need to throw an ant in front of that.
You should. No. I could never imagine calling my aunts and uncles by their first name to their face.
Still?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm 30 years old and I still use like tita and tito when I'm talking to my relatives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I grew out of the aunt, uncle suffix.
What?
Maybe in my 20s.
Wait, is that like normal for like white people?
For my family.
Interesting.
We still call my grandma Grammy. Actually, I didn't start calling her Grammy until I was in my 20s.
What'd you call her before?
Grandma Bird. But everyone else calls her Grammy. Like, I will meet strangers who know my grandma, and they're like, oh, we know Grammy. I'm like, that's my Grammy. How do you know my Grammy?
So weird. That's so weird. Interesting.
She's very popular.
Yeah, no, it sounds like she gets around.
She does, but in like a cool way. She's a nurse, and everyone loves her, okay?
She's a nurse still?
Yeah, she's about to retire.
How many years has she been working?
A lot. I don't know if she wants me to say her age, but she's at least 20 years older than my 62-year-old dad.
God, could you imagine working for that long?
No.
I'm
ready to retire now.
This is actually a good segue into what's chapping my ass this week.
Oh, let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm tired of working, which is not news. But you know what's really chapping my ass? Working in a hot ass apartment. It is so hard. And it's like, yes, I could go into office. I could do that. But it's like, who wants to do that either? Like, not me. Not I.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, not I, said the worker. I don't want to do that.
I mean, did you ever enjoy working in office? Like pre-COVID?
I only worked in office for like 2 weeks.
Oh.
And then the vid happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Bye forever, bitches.
Yeah. I thought we would be back in office after like a month max. And it's like 2 years later and I'm like, I literally could never fathom going into the office again. Like I could never
think that's
fathom
a lot of people.
Yeah. Like if they were like, it's mandatory to go back, I was like, here's my 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy collecting the shit I took from the office. Like
2 years ago.
Yeah. I'm not coming back there. This place is a nightmare. I don't want to do it. Like, I don't know. That's chapping my ass. The heat is chapping my ass.
Literally.
And seriously, honestly, it really is. Like,
my butt is underwear.
So sweaty. Underwear is actually bothering me too because I've had to wear underwear a few times this last couple of weeks because
disgusting.
Because of activities. And I'm like, what the fuck? I hate it. Also, you know what else is chapping my ass? Sorry, I'm just going on a tangent here. Straight boys who act gay. And I'm like,
you talking about Reese?
No.
Nick?
No.
Just name all your straight friends.
I'm tired of straight boys who act like they could be gay or are interested in being
Warren.
gay. And I'm like, you guys are annoying the absolute ever living shit out of me. It's like, just be gay.
Like, why are they acting that way?
Who's to say? Should we answer this? This is a live telephone call. Hello? Oh, shit. That can stay.
Your results are back and you're pregnant.
No, that was progressive. I need to return a device, but I already put it in my mailbox. So
That reminds me.
yeah.
When I got to Tacoma Comedy Club on Saturday, I immediately locked my keys in my car right before the show. Oh, I felt so stupid. But it was very simple. I didn't even have to call anyone. I just went on the Progressive app and was like, yep, I'm locked out. And then they sent a person over. They were there within like 20 minutes and unlocked it. Easy peasy. Didn't have to pay for a thing. So this episode sponsored by Progressive.
You beat me to it. Progressive. They'll pester you if you don't return your snapshot device right away, which I am doing right now. Thanks, Progressive. Without you, we wouldn't have phone calls.
Interrupt our podcast.
Whoopsie doopsie.
Wow, who doesn't put their phone on silent? Embarrassing.
I was like trying to wait for a phone call.
Who are you expecting?
No one. I am actually expecting a text message though. But tell me about you. Let's divert. What's chopping your ass?
Ooh, what isn't chopping my ass? So I recently went through a breakup. Shocking. My boyfriend, Luke, 2.5 years, we decided to amicably end our relationship. We're still friends. We're still friendly. We still text. Like we've left things on good terms, but that has been what's it called? You know.
A chop in your ass?
Yeah, it's just getting used to a new normal. Like, especially because we started dating right before COVID. So for basically 2 years, we were just each other's like bubble person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, oh, I can't call him whenever I'm lonely or sad or whatever. It's just like, oh, things have to change now. So it has just been just a growing pain of like, ugh, it feels uncomfy. Where's my best friend?
Don't we love being a little bit uncomfortable though?
Yeah, that's how you grow. But yeah it's that's surprise. That's why I didn't put out the podcast last week. It's a little too dramatic. I need a little space away from the topic. But we're good. Everything's fine. It's just been
Isn't this going to be fun to laugh about in like a year after doing this podcast?
I think so, yeah. But that's another thing. It's like I have so many jokes, not a ton, but I have jokes that are like, oh, my boyfriend said this or my boyfriend told me this. And it's like, oh, I have to change those jokes. And when I do, I don't want people to be like, oh, what? Like, I don't want it to be some dramatic thing in the comedy scene. Like, it wasn't a messy breakup. We still care about each other. It's just, I don't want to talk about it at open mics when all of a sudden I'm like, my ex-boyfriend, or I'm telling jokes about the breakup or whatever. So it's just a thing that I'm not excited about. But
are you going to tell jokes about the breakup?
I mean, yeah, just like
should.
Funny things.
Just like little like tee-hee moments.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I have a couple things, but it's just, timing. I don't want to tell a joke and then like tear up on stage like, oh, I wasn't ready for this.
That would actually be hilarious. You should do that.
Just cry on stage.
Just cry on stage. Be like, and then someone will be like, see, this is why women aren't funny.
See, I did have a thought though. So I was at a show this weekend and I hosted and it went okay. I didn't do a phenomenal job of hosting, but then I thought about it and I was like, well, I can't try out new material on this show because there's 3 dudes. I'm the only girl. So if I try out anything and it doesn't smash, then everyone at this show is going to be like, oh, the woman, she's not funny. So it's like, I feel more pressure, especially when I'm the only woman on a show. Like I have to be at least as funny as all of the dudes. Otherwise they're gonna be like, yeah, women aren't funny.
It's true though. Like I feel that way when I'm the only gay person on a show. I'm like, I have to be fucking funny. Mm-hmm. I'm representing my people. They're gonna think like, oh, gay dudes only talk about gay stuff. It's not funny to us.
Right. So when you're on a show with 3 straight dudes and they're like trying new stuff, it's like, cool. I'm happy that you feel comfortable and just seeing what falls out.
Yeah.
Good for you.
That's awesome. Can't relate.
Yeah.
Although I do a lot of crowd work now. So like, I guess that is just me like dropping little tidbits and being like, I hope this works.
Yeah, that's honestly why I don't do crowd work, because I'm like, ooh, if this doesn't work and then I just flounder, then everyone's going to be like, that woman.
Well, you know, you should try being funnier.
I know. Right?
Nothing happened. Everything's fine. We're doing so good here.
So yeah, that's been chapping my ass.
Okay.
You know, being a woman in comedy and BD.
You should try being a man in comedy. It's so much easier.
Oh my God. Do I have to cut my hair?
Just cut your hair. Take out those eyelashes.
Oof, I just glued these on.
They do look really good.
Thanks. They're so big. I was like, they're too heavy.
I literally was looking at them. I was like, oh my God, she could fly away with
Oh,
those.
geez. Windy days. No, thank you. I had fake lashes when I was at Disney World, and I was like, I can't see anything on this ride. My eyes are going to dry out.
Didn't think this through. Okay. Should we get into our topic of the week?
Let's do it.
Tips to staying cool in Seattle, you guys. How to do it.
Bruh.
What's going to happen? Because the heat waves are just going to keep coming.
Forever.
And ever. Siempre.
Until we burn.
Probably, honestly, I was thinking about this, about how like every year it's gotten progressively hotter and like more consistently hot.
Yep.
Like this year we haven't had an over 100-degree day
Yet.
but it has been like, I would say like traditionally longer heat than we normally get.
We'll have like 3 days of 100-degree weather and we're like, no, but this time we had like a week and a half of 90s.
Yeah. And then we had like a little bit of like a reprieve moment for a hot second. And then it was like back to 90.
Guess what, bitch? We're not done.
Yeah, basically. And like, so we're talking about staying cool. Do you want to just go back and forth on tips to stay cool?
Sure.
I'll
I'll start.
Go first? Yeah.
Fake eyelashes. I feel so cool.
I hate you.
And you go.
I hate you. Okay, tip number 1 from Richie to stay cool. Step 1, get you a friend who has a boat or a houseboat. And then step 2, go to said friend's boat or houseboat on days that you don't want to be at home in your air-conditioned-less apartment. And then swim in the lake.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good tip.
Mm-hmm.
I have a paddleboard. Does that count?
Yes.
I haven't been able to take it out yet because I've been freaking busy with dogs forever and always. But you know, it's there.
Maybe could we like just babysit dogs who only have AC?
Honestly, that's what I've been doing. That's one of my tips. Air conditioning is a must. I was dog sitting Alfie and his house, no AC, and it got to be about 90 degrees in there. And I was like, listen, Alfie, we're going to my place. I packed up the dog, brought him over here, and we slept peacefully for 2 nights.
Yeah, you guys remember Alfie, right? Friend of the pod, has a lot of good like comments about the pod. I think remember last time he was very like,
yep, that's him.
Yep, he was very nice. We liked Alfie.
So yeah, I suggest air conditioning.
Okay. Kind of seems like a no-brainer. Didn't do it this year though.
Yeah. Even though last year you complained about it and I was like, hey, maybe get a jump on that for next year. And you're like, yeah.
And then I just didn't do it.
Nope.
I'm going to do it next year though. I am. I really am. I mean it. Okay. Next tip for staying cool. Die. Just kill yourself.
It is cooler the deeper in the earth you dig.
Yeah. Because it would be less painful than having to sleep in 83 degrees in your apartment every night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll put that on the list. I would say stay hydrated. That helps. Drink water.
No, it didn't. It didn't help at all. That's a bad tip. It's a good tip, but it did not help me stay any cooler.
Okay. All right.
Is it my turn again?
Yep.
Okay. Next tip. Don't let strangers sleep in your bed when you are experiencing a heat wave. Because I one time let a 24-year-old this week spend the night at my place because he couldn't go home to his own home because he was locked out. And I was like, you can spend the night in my place if you'd like. And he was really cute, but he was like very like like he was touching me a lot, and I was like,
Nope.
it is so hot in here. Like I had 2 fans pointed at us, and I was like, hey, you know what would be so cool is if like we just like both came, and then like you didn't touch me anymore.
And then you left.
I mean, it was my place. Where was I gonna go?
No, him.
No.
Yeah, I got like a strict 78 degrees or warmer. We're not touching.
He was so hot though.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. And figuratively.
What else? Sunscreen. Sunscreen helps keep you a little cool.
Does it?
Yeah, it helps block the sun from penetrating your skin.
Yeah.
It's the rays bouncing off.
You know what else you can do to stay cool, which I 10 out of 10 recommend, is just buy a swamp cooler, which is what poor people buy when they don't want to buy ACs, and you just like you fill that with water. And then what's going to happen once you buy this swamp cooler is it's going to blow out cold air into your apartment, and the hose is going to break, and it's going to leak water all over your floor. So now the air and the floor are nice and cool, but you're also living in like a pond / apartment because there's so much water on the floor that it feels like you're like, oh my God, like I don't even need to go to a lake. There's a lake in my living room right now.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a great tip.
Thanks.
You're like a duck.
Basically I even took out like a pool floaty, and I was like, who needs furniture? You know, there's water all over the floor. I'm just going to take out this pool
Keeping
floaty.
your feet cool.
Yeah. It was
Great
wonderful.
advice. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Next tip.
1 year I made my own sort of swamp cooler by buying a styrofoam cooler and cutting a hole in the top and putting a fan in it, and then just putting ice in there.
That sounds like an electrical problem.
It was a battery powered fan. Thank you very much.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure.
It did work as long as you sat right in front of it.
That's something.
Yep. So, there's another tip on staying cool.
I think people are really going to enjoy this. I think people are going to love our tips. Okay, my next tip for staying cool is to, what's a good one?
Go shopping. I did a lot of shopping last week because all of these places are air conditioned.
Oh yeah, I did do that too.
Yeah,
that is actually a real tip.
This is the perfect time to go shopping.
Spend money on clothes.
Go to
shoes.
the movies. It's air conditioned in there. It's always cold in the movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was actually really excited to go shopping because, like I said, I'm recently single and I just have more time on my hands, and I went bra shopping. I know you probably aren't familiar, but bra shopping is tedious. It's time consuming, and I finally had the time to do it. I bought 4 new bras from Target and I was so excited. So yeah, I recommend.
I also recommend getting new bras from Target. Mm-hmm. This podcast is actually sponsored by Bras from Target. So thanks so much. You want to hold up your podcast? No, hold up them titties.
Bras by Target.
Thank you, Target. Next and last tip, I feel like for me, for staying cool is to, pray that the earth stops dying. The way that I see it is just like, enjoy the heat, enjoy it. But just like, if the world is dying, if global warming is a thing, like, just find ways to make yourself stay cool, I guess, because at this point, it's just a hospice.
Yep.
This
Find
planet
a body
is
of
just
water,
a hospice.
Dunk yourself in it.
Don't ever come up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just sink to the bottom.
Become the lady of the lake. Haunt it. And then you have a Halloween costume ready to go.
What if it's like 100 degrees for Halloween?
That would be awesome. Because then I could dress like a slut.
And then like if it's ever 100 degrees on Halloween here, that
we're fucked.
We gonna die soon.
Yeah, we're so fucked.
Awesome. Those were some great tips.
Thanks. I think so too. We did really good. Okay, did we learn anything this week?
Yeah, I learned some stuff. You want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. So I am in therapy. I have depression, and I've been taking Prozac for depression for like 6 months. But I found out that I also have PMDD, which specifically stands for premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which, just to dumb it down, it's basically like PMS extra. Like,
oh my God, we love PMS extra.
yeah, like leading up to your period, you have more mood swings, you have more depressive episodes and whatnot. And I've known that I've had this for a while, but I didn't really understand all of the symptoms. And I was talking to my best friend about it because I just randomly saw a TikTok. And in this TikTok, like the words on the screen were like, every month for 2 weeks, do you just get the urge to leave your life behind, to move, to end your relationship, all this stuff? And I was like, oh my God, yes, I do. Fuck. And I was talking to my best friend about it, and she was like, yeah, I get that too. And I was like, cool. Well, now I don't feel as crazy. Now I know, like, I'm happy there's an explanation for just me feeling like I'm losing my mind every month. So, yeah. Prozac is supposed to help. I don't know that it does.
I feel like Prozac is like a cure-all for a lot of things.
I mean, I am in a better headspace overall, but it is nice to know that what I was feeling or what I feel monthly has an explanation.
That is good. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. So if you have PMDD.
This week I also learned about PMDD just now.
My friend has PMDD, and I learned that.
And I learned that a lot of people actually have it. And if you use Prozac, it can...
Actually, only 10% of people have it.
I'd like to redact that last statement. I think that I learned that only 10% of people have it. Is that good? No, I did. Okay, wait, hang on. What did I learn this week? This week, I learned... Can you call on me later? No, wait, I learned... No, I got nothing. Like, I literally didn't learn anything. Like, I learned, like, personal life lessons.
Yeah, that's what you always bring to the table. Let's hear it.
I learned this week that, like, I don't know if monogamy is for me.
I feel like this is not a new... Okay, continue. Why do you think that, Richie?
Because I love the relationship I have with a married guy, but I also love the ability to explore other avenues of, like, relationships and other things. Like, I think it was really solidified this week when I was, like, hanging out with my friends, and I met this guy very organically on the roof of my apartment building, and we were
plucked him.
Well, like, we were all hanging out on the roof, and we were, like, talking and chatting, and I was like, oh my God, he's so cute, but he's so young. Like, that's so weird. He's so young. He's like a child. He's like young. Yuck. And I was like, I bet, like, he's not even cool or experienced. And then I started talking to him. I was like, you are kind of cool. Like, I think you have some experience. And it was, like, kind of nice to just be able to be like, yeah, I like flirting with you or like talking to you. I like enjoy spending this evening with you. And then I like spent the night with him. And I was like, this is great. I love this. I love my life. And on Sunday, I got to spend time with married guy. And it was like, I love this part of my life as well. I like love getting to hang out with you and get all this like affection and attention. And it's just like, I love giving that to you too. And it's awesome.
So do you feel like you're officially polyamorous? Like, does that feel more...
I don't know yet. I'm still working on the terms.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still working on
I mean, you don't
like,
have to put a term on it.
Or I'm still working on, like, how to explain this to people. Because
Okay.
I didn't tell this other guy, like, hey, I'm, like, seeing someone who's married also, just so you know. But I'm allowed to fuck around with whoever I want.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to date other people.
Yeah, I feel like you don't have to have that conversation until you are talking about starting a relationship with that person.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I like it. I like what's going on right now, and it's like it feels right for me.
Awesome.
So yeah, maybe I'm not meant to be mononon.
Okay, good for you.
Thanks.
Growing
up is a true thing that we all have to do.
Unless you die young. Ooh, cut that
Unless
out.
we were born to die.
Do you have anything exciting coming up this week?
I'll be hosting the Tacoma Comedy Club voice competition all month.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
That's
that
it.
Should be fun.
What about you?
This Saturday, August 6th, I'll be at Admiral Pub in West Seattle. Show starts at 9 p.m. And yeah, it should be fun. It's a fun lineup, and I'm excited. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for sticking with us. Sorry about last week. We're back on track.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.